Next, I'm joined by Jay Rosenzweig. He's the CEO of Rosenzweig and Company. How you doing?
I'm doing great today. How about you? I'm grateful to be healthy. I'm with the family and just staying out of trouble, hunkered down at home.
Look like a learned man with that background. So tell us, for those of us who need to be hired amidst the worst recession in recent memory, what's your advice?
Well, it's obviously very, very challenging times. Obviously, given the fact that I'm in the talent strategy business and I help companies grow from a team building point of view, I have a unique perspective on this. I think really what you need to do is focus on industries where there continues to be growth, such as virtual communication, like we're on right now, such as grocery stores that deliver to homes, pharmaceuticals. You need to be very strategic and focus on where the demand is, because most sectors are really getting crushed right now.
So funny enough, most of our guests today are entrepreneurs and businesses that are growing. It's funny you should bring that up. Is a lot of them have actually not only grown, but they're growing exponentially because the needs of the economy are changing.
That's exactly right. It's a matter of being creative and adaptive to where the world is headed, both in the short term, but also in the long term. And I think a lot of it is kind of coming together in a really, really interesting way because we know, for example, issues around the environment and changing the way we work. And all of these issues were discussed, but weren't necessarily focused on as deeply as they should have been. But now that we've all gotten this kick from Mother Earth, things are going to change, I think, moving forward.
Yeah, so let's talk a little bit about diversity because one of my friends told me, unfortunately, he says, I'm an ethnic minority. I feel like I'm the last one in and the first one out. What do you have to say to people who have that mindset?
Well, I think the world is evolving in a way that I'm feeling really optimistic. You see, even in the political realm, the leadership that world leaders are providing really come from places like Germany and New Zealand, where the political leaders are actually women. Statistics show, I was just reading a study that women are more apt to gather information from others and to listen to the experts, like 20% more, at a rate of 20% more than men. So I think women's leadership style is something that we should pay much more attention to. It's something I've been studying for the past 15 years.
Tell us what you think about the job market going forward. Do you think it will recover quickly? Because a lot of people are saying, that the recovery could be a U shape, right? Or it could be a V, which a V would be quicker, of course.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be happy with either a U or a V. But my emphasis is always on paying attention to the doctors and to the scientists and to the experts, like people like Dr. Fauci, even if it means suffering a little bit more in the short term. So we need to be really, really careful in the strategy of reopening and when we reopen. I would err on the side of caution personally, even though I'm a very business-oriented person.
Well, Jay, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us today. All the best to you and your family.
My pleasure. All the best to you. Stay safe and healthy.